Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Ignore my voice, I'm so sorry, I'm getting over being sick, but I don't really get a lot of free time lately, so I just wanted to go ahead and get this video out while I still could. Excuse me, so periodically, obviously, I will be making disgusting sick sounds. Anyway, so I'm actually doing something really different for my channel today. It's not a beauty related video. This one's more of a health related video. So, excuse me. Okay. So, I don't know if you could tell, it's kind of hard because I'm always sitting, but recently, within the past few months, I have lost about 40 pounds. Now 40 pounds on me is not really anything, unfortunately. I mean, it's something, I don't want to be like, oh, 40 pounds, whatever, but, you know, when you're as heavy as I was, still am, 40 pounds is not even like at a halfway point where I would like to be or even need to be considered, you know, not morbidly obese anymore. So I wanted to share with you my weight loss journey so far, and maybe try and inspire some of you guys to you know, maybe get back on the track if you guys have tried for your New Year's and, you know, just kind of lost motivation. You know, it's March, it's kind of hard when it's 3 months in, and so I brought some stuff with me so I can show you kind of what I've been doing, and you know, hopefully I can help you. So first of all, I will be really honest, I started off at a weight that I had never been before in my whole life. The past 3 years, you know, I've gotten married, I've had a baby, you know, I can't even like say that's an excuse anymore, you know, he's like 2.5. But, you know, but before I got married and had a baby, I had lost, again, I had lost like 40 pounds before I got, you know, did all this. And it just is really disheartening because I had lost the 40 pounds. And then, you know, 3 years later, here I am, and I had not only gained the 40 pounds back, I gained extra back. I gained an extra 10 pounds back. So I had to lose, I'm still having to lose 50 to even get back to what I was before I got married, which, you know, it's disheartening, but there you go. So I started off in July at 274. Now, that scared me because I had never been so heavy before, and I was really noticing a lot of negative things with my health, not just only from like, you know, what I was used to being, because I've been overweight my entire life. I've never not been overweight, even as a child, like even as a baby. So, you know, I was used to feeling like crap all the time, basically. So once, you know, starting like in June, July, I started noticing I was feeling kind of even worse than I already normally had been feeling, and it turns out, of course, that I had gained extra weight than I'd ever been before. So, you know, I took a picture, or somebody took a picture of me at the beach, and, you know, not in a bathing suit, thank God, but, you know, and when I was looking at it later on, I was like, holy crap, I look really big, like in comparison to any other photos that I had, and it was just disheartening. It was just, it made me feel ashamed of myself. You know, it kind of like was a wake-up call for me. Like, even though I had been that weight, you know, for a little while already, you know, it just was really disheartening. And just, you know, it made me feel really terrible about myself. I felt ashamed. I didn't really want to, like, you know, go do things anymore. You know, if it took effort, I didn't want to do it, basically. And it was just negatively affecting my life in a major way, especially when you have a toddler. So in July, my aunts, you know, my aunt, pretty much all the women in my mom's side of the family were all very overweight, like not even a little, but like quite overweight. So, you know, my aunt in particular has always tried like these crazy fad diets, and of course, you know, they never work, because fad diets, honestly, they never work. Never ever. So you'll lose weight temporarily, but you will gain it back, and then some. Unfortunately, it's tried and true scientific fact. So you know, she had found something on Groupon for a diet doctor for the B12 vitamin shots, and they also do they also carry a prescription called Phentermine, which is legal and it's not terrible for your body. However, it is not It's not something you want to be on for long term. It's really, I mean, the way I understand phentermine, the way it's worked for me is it's kind of like a tool, but it's not a crutch. So when I started going in July and I got my first B12 vitamin shot and I got the phentermine, you know, within like 2 weeks, I had lost, you know, like 11 pounds. I was like, holy crap, this is great. This is amazing. But unfortunately, you know, it was right around my birthday. My birthday is at the beginning of August. My son's birthday is 2 days after mine. So, you know, I only started doing that for about 2 months. And in those 2 months of taking the phentermine and getting those B12 shots once a week, I had gone down about 13, 14 pounds, which, you know, great, awesome, whatever. So by September, I was kind of getting a little disheartened because I hadn't really lost any extra weight within like the past couple weeks. So I just was like, you know what, forget it. I don't need this. I don't need to be, you know, doing this anymore. You know, I can watch my own weight. I can go to the gym, you know, off and on if I feel like it. So I got myself a gym membership at the end of August, and I hardly ever went, unfortunately. You know, the gym I go to is a local gym, so it's only like $10 a month. So to me, $10 a month was like, you know, whatever. If I don't go the whole month, it's paying for itself, whatever, you know. So, and it made me feel good. I'm not gonna lie, it made me feel good. Oh yeah, I have a gym membership, awesome. So, you know, September came around and I just kind of like gave up on life basically. And I would go to the gym, and every now and then, maybe like once a week, I might put in, you know, like half an hour of cardio, you know, whoop-de-whoop. So, you know, of course, I pretty much stopped weighing myself. I was like, I don't even want to weigh myself anymore. But I did notice that by December, I hadn't gained any extra weight. So I was pretty pleased with myself. You know, pat on the back, yay, good job, Stephanie, you made it through the holidays without gaining all your weight back. So, in November, I ended up going to New York, which if you've ever been to New York or if you live in New York, it's all walking. We didn't even take a single taxi, maybe like the taxi when we first got there, it's from the airport to the hotel, and that was it. Everywhere else we walked, and I was just, you know, kind of like, okay, like, I need to go to the gym again because this is difficult. So when I came back from New York, I started kind of trying to going to my gym, maybe, you know, like twice a week, 3 times a week. Awesome, you know, just doing some cardio, a little bit here and there. And then at the beginning of January, I decided, you know what, let's just give this a try again. You know, I went into American Eagle, which I never even been to before. I always just shop at plus size stores because, you know, why bother? So I went to American Eagle one day, and they happened to have a size 18 pair of pants. So I tried them on, and they fit. I mean, I was able to button them, but they, you know, were like really tight. So I bought them, and I bought another pair online too. And I was like, okay, I will be very happy if I can just fit into these without, you know, having to lay down, jump around, you know, you know, sing the song of my ancestors to try and get into these jeans anymore. So, you know, come January, I decided to go ahead and go back to this diet doctor. Excuse me. Go ahead and go back to this diet doctor because I still had from the Groupon that I originally got in July, I still had a few more shots that I could get for free, and the phentermine was only like $15 a week. So I said, okay, awesome. Let me just go ahead and do that. So I went in, and I had only gained half a pound from when I stopped going in September to when I weighed in like the second week of January. So, I mean, I was excited about that. I thought, you know, at least I won't have to start from scratch all over again. You know, I could just kind of continue on what I was doing. So, fast forward now to the first week now of March, and in total, I have lost 40 pounds. So, I had lost originally about like 13, 14 pounds in between July and the beginning of September, gained half a pound between September to December, and now between January to, you know, today's date, I've lost 40 pounds total. So, you know, I've lost an extra 30 something pounds. I'm terrible at math, don't make me do it. So let's just say, you know, 30 pounds-ish, 20 something, 30 pounds. So I was still doing the B12 vitamin shot once a week and the phentermine 1 pill a day. So what I liked about the phentermine is that it really does control your hunger, and I didn't have personally any negative side effects. because I was taking my fiber and stuff, because it will sometimes constipate you, which is a TMI, that will happen. It's a side effect, a potential side effect. So, you know, the phentermine, it really allowed me to not be as hungry in the beginning, because, you know, my stomach, you know, was used to getting a lot of food. So what I did immediately after going back in January, there is an app you can get for your phone. It is called MyFitnessPal, and it's free, and it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful app, because it will track all the food you eat. So you have to, obviously you have to input the food, but most of the time you can just type in what you're eating, like the brand, or you can even scan it with your phone and it'll pop up and it'll ask you how many servings you've had, you know, or whatnot. And it'll keep track of your calories for you. It'll also keep track of your exercise. If you input your exercise, you know, say you did 45 minutes on the elliptical, and you input that. So for me, I take face value what the gym machine is telling me, how many calories I've burned, but the MyFitnessPal will sometimes say it's different. I just usually take what it is from the machine. Whether or not that's right, that's what I do, because it's staring me in the face, so I don't want to just get it, you know, it's a general outline of what. So you can put in your strength training, any weight training you're doing. You could put in any kind of cardio you're doing. It'll also count your steps, which is really neat, because it will average out how many calories you're burning with your steps, and it recommends that you take 10,000 steps a day. Now, I got nowhere close to 10,000 steps a day, because, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm not running around everywhere. So, you know, and when you first sign up, it'll ask you how old, if you're male or female, what's your level of activity every day. So I put that with sedentary, because I'm pretty sedentary. I go to the gym quite often now, but overall, you know, I live a pretty sedentary life. Or if you work in an office and you're sitting a lot, you would put that you are sedentary. So it'll calculate for you how many calories you should be consuming per day to lose your goal weight per week. So it'll ask you how many pounds you want to lose a week. It'll ask you if you want to lose half a pound, up to 2 pounds a week. It will not go any higher than 2 pounds, but sometimes you do average out more than a pound a week, 2 pounds a week. So that's just that. So for my lifestyle, which I put a sedentary, and my weight and, my height, my age, I'm only supposed to be consuming 1,200 calories a day. And I usually stick within that, or a little bit less. It'll recommend you eat between 1,000 and 1,200 calories a day, not under. If you go under, you're actually kind of going into starvation mode. Now, it happens sometimes, you know, and you don't always get around to it, but you know, it's a great app. And, you know, I really highly recommend it. It's really helped me keep on track, see what I'm eating. Sometimes you think you're eating something innocent and you'll put it in, and then, you know, you'll all of a sudden say, why the hell is my lunch like 500 calories? Oh crap, you know what I mean? I just added a ton of dressing to whatever the hell I was eating, or, you know, whatnot. So, you know, it'll really help. So, in addition to that, with the phentermine, it helps shrink my stomach. So even now, I've recently gone off the phentermine and I haven't had any horrible side effects to it, me personally. But even when I'm off it, my stomach has shrunk itself enough, and it's used to only getting between 1,000 and 1,200 calories a day, that I'm not hungry throughout the day. I don't feel nauseous. I don't feel sick. You know, I'm still working out. I still have decent energy. So I've weaned myself off of the phentermine. So now I'm just strictly getting the B12 shots, which is just for energy. It doesn't really do anything. It's supposed to help with fat burning, but I mean, you know, I don't really know anything about that. It just gives me a little more energy to get through the week, kind of. Excuse me. So some things I do have to help with, you know, snack cravings or whatnot. I also recommend another app for my phone that I got. It's called Skinny Mom, and it basically is a healthy app that'll pop up with healthy articles and stuff. I don't really care about the articles. What I look at is all the recipes, because I have almost completely stopped off of fast food. I really don't even like going to restaurants. I prefer to cook a lot of my own food. I prefer to eat at home if I can. And once you start eating at home, you will consume more vegetables, you will consume more protein, you will be able to monitor a lot closer what goes into your food. You can sub out to have a lot more low calorie, low fat options, healthier options in your food versus if you were to go to a restaurant or whatnot and order something and you know, it's full of fat and it's full of this and that and whatever. So Skinny Mom has a bunch of recipes and you can favorite them so that you can just pull up your app, pull up your favorites, make your little shopping list, go to the market, and you know, for the whole week you could just plan out, okay, I'm gonna make this one day. And they're delicious. They're not shitty like I thought they would be. You know, when you think diet food, you think, oh, this is gonna suck, you know what I mean? Because you're so used to eating everything that's so like saturated, full of, you know, good in flavor and whatnot. Like it's full of butter, it's full of this, it's full of that. But when you start cooking at home, you can kind of sub out what you like. So if you know you don't like an ingredient, screw that ingredient. You don't need that. You can get something else and put it in. So, you know, you can, it's delicious food. Like right now, and a lot of them, you know, you could do crock pot. I love my crock pot. So, you know, right now I have going honey sesame chicken, and I'm just going to make some brown rice, and that's going to be dinner. It tastes delicious. It tastes, you know, just like you would eat any, you know, anything at a restaurant. It's delicious and it's very low calorie. I made my own, there's a recipe for pumpkin spice scones from Starbucks, but it's like low calorie. You can get 2 pieces of the cake for 300 calories. I mean, I only eat 1, but you know, you can do that. Like you can have anything you want. There is a recipe online for how to make it low fat, low cal, and it'll be delicious. So on top of that, you also want to make sure you're eating your snacks. So this I just got. This is Boom Chicka Pop. And this is from the brand Angie's. I got this at Target. There's a couple different types. This one is the sea salt popcorn. This one's 35 calories per cup. And actually per serving it's 140 because for a serving they say you can have 4 cups. It's a lot of serving. So this is a really good option. There's all kinds of stuff like this. And then I also got, this one's already open. This one's like the rice popped rice crisp sour cream and onion. This is 130 calories and there's 17 cakes per serving, so that's awesome. I personally myself am a salt person. I'm not so much a sweet person, but if you are, there are plenty of options for snackage like Skinny Cow. I really hate that name, but they have a lot of stuff that you can get. Or like for pasta, like this brand is really cheap at Ralph's. This is called Anthony's and it's called Hidden Veggie, but I think it only comes in the Twisted Elbows. It's like the macaroni, but this one has a serving of vegetables per 4 ounces of pasta. This is a great way also if you have kids that hate eating like my toddler does and he loves mac and cheese. Make your own mac and cheese, girl. Get you some vegetables in that kid. But also for yourself, you know, it's great. You can add, you know, vegetables to anything. Also, this is also for my son, but I sometimes do this. This is the Annie's mac and cheese. This is organic. This is the microwavable one. I get this just because it's easy for me, but this one has per serving, which is about a third of 3/4 cup. This is 240 calories. So, and it's pretty filling, you know, it's mac and cheese. For breakfast, a lot of times I like to have cereal. So I have like the toasted flakes with strawberries. This is like the cheap version from Ralph's of the Special K. I like store brand stuff. That's just my type. I don't really think there's a big difference. I'm cheap. So, you know, it doesn't cost a lot of money to, you know, eat healthy. I thought it would, but it really doesn't. Vegetables are cheap. Pasta is cheap. A lot of things are cheap. Meat, not so cheap. But you know what? It really helps. I eat a lot of chicken now. Get you some brown rice. You know, it's very cheap. It's not as, you know, it's not as time consuming as I thought it would be. Once you get used to the routine of cooking your own food all the time, you know, it becomes faster. I used to be shit at cutting up onions and now I'm pretty fast at it. So it used to take me 2 hours to make dinner. Now it takes me like 30, 40 minutes, you know, the average. So it takes time. Also for the gym, motivate yourself to go to the gym. If your gym has Wi-Fi, watch YouTube videos while you're doing cardio. Get you some comfortable shoes. These are pretty old. I don't even know if they still make these. These are from Nike. But these are about 4 years old and they still, I wear them a lot and they're still going strong. They look really good. You know, there's almost no wear to them. So those cost me about, I think, $75, but shit, for almost 5 years of use, they look good. I got my money's worth, I think. Also, let's see, get you some cute workout clothes. So like, again, with the, this is kind of embarrassing. I'm going to show you a sports bra, but this is from Walmart. I mean, straps. It's not a bad deal. But, you know, get this from Walmart. They have a whole section that's kind of like with the cute sports bras, the yoga bras, and this and that. They're like really cheap. They're like 10 bucks. You can get a pack of, you know, 2 of these little sports bras, you know, for like 10 bucks. You know, just get you a couple of things. It's not very expensive. Get some cute workout clothes like I got from Target. I got this from the sleeping section. The sleeping section, I guess, you know, whatever. And this is just a cute little tank top. You know, I usually just wear leggings as you know, pants or whatever. I have a ton of leggings, you know, fat girl staple, so I had a bunch. I got this from Walmart. This was like $7. This is just a little Wonder Woman tank top. If you want to, you know, get something a little more fancy, this one's from Forever 21. It's just the Barbie one. I woke up like this, just a muscle shirt, and I wear a cami underneath it sometimes if I feel like it. If not, just a sports bra. This one's from Victoria's Secret, the pink, and this one says where my beach is at. Again, it's like a muscle tank. You know, get a little more fancy. So, you know, just have fun with your workout clothes. You know, you don't have to like get dressed up or anything, but it helps motivate you. Get some good music going. I don't like Pandora personally because I hate all the commercials, but you know, get you a good playlist. Start doing start off with cardio. That's what I did. I started off doing cardio, and you know, I lost a good amount of weight with the cardio, but I've noticed that just doing cardio, I was still pretty flabby, still am. So even though I had lost weight, I still felt like I looked terrible, because, you know, once you have a kid, you know, your stomach kind of gets a little loose, you know, it got stretched out from a human being being in there, you know, so, you know, it's a little muffin toppy, quite muffin toppy, and, you know, you still got the arm fat and stuff, so you gotta incorporate some strength training. So what I've been doing some squats, some crunches, do some leg lifts, because you got to work that lower muffin top there to get a more flat area. Doing some power yoga. Power yoga is very, very good, and the heavier you are with power yoga, that's my rice cooker going off, sorry. The heavier you are with a lot of exercises, the more calories you're actually burning. So for me, doing an hour of power yoga, I'm burning like almost 700 calories for my weight. You know, it takes a lot of effort to lift this fat ass, okay? So, you know, it's you know, just have fun with it. Do something fun. Do some strength training, get you, you know, do some lifting, you know, go to the machines, check them out, kind of observe what other people are doing, you know, find a good routine. For me, I tend to do, you know, 3 reps of like 8 to 12, you know, motions, I guess, I don't know what to call them, but you know, so if I go and do a leg lift, so you're laying down and you're lifting your leg up, I'll do, you know, 12, and then I'll rest, and then I'll do another 12, rest, and then do another 12, and you've done your 3 sets. So, oh, that's what they're called. They're doing your 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. I think that's what it is. So that's what I do personally. If you know, don't start off with a super heavy weight, but don't go too light either. If you're going too light, if it's easy for you, if you, excuse me, if you are able to easily lift something and it's too light and you are not doing anything, you are wasting your time. But don't go too heavy, because then you're, you know, kind of find a happy medium. If you're struggling, you know, say you do your first rep, you do 12, but you're kind of struggling, maybe the next rep you'll do maybe like 10. And then, you know, by the last rep, you know, you might only be able to do 8 because you've lifted a good amount of weight for what your level is. So don't try and go ham and try and get you like a 50-pound weight, be like, oh crap, and you fall. So, you know, just start off where you're comfortable, but not too light, because you're wasting your time. So, most importantly, I think you should reward yourself. And not with food. I personally do not have cheat days. I don't believe in cheat days. I know a lot of people like cheat days because they feel like they're resetting themselves, and resetting their body kind of for, you know, the low calorie or whatever. I don't know. I don't really understand the logic. That's just me personally. If that works for you, if having a cheat day or a cheat meal works for you, go for it, girl. You know, do whatever works for you. For myself personally, I cannot have a cheat meal, because a cheat meal turns into a cheat day. Cheat day turns into 2 cheat days, and so on and so on and so on. So, you know, I personally, I don't have the discipline to do it. I can't do it. So, and I don't feel like I'm missing out, because like I said, with that Skinny Mom app, I'm getting all the kind of taste and stuff. I'm getting my cravings met. So I'm not like, oh my God, I haven't had a steak, or I haven't had this or that in so long. Oh my God, let's go get some cheese fries or whatever. I don't have that because I'm having the low calorie version of it, and it satisfies my craving. So like I was saying, okay, most importantly, you need to reward yourself. And I personally like to do it with clothes that I couldn't fit into before. So for instance, before I got married, I could fit into the large size of Victoria's Secret, or the pink at Victoria's Secret. That's just personally what I like. But, or at Forever 21, I could fit into the large stuff. I didn't have to shove in the plus size. So I really missed being able to do that. So to reward myself, every time I kind of lose like 10 pounds or something, I go and buy something. I go and reward myself. So in fact, not too long ago, I went and got, and you know what I love about Pink is that they're always doing some kind of promotion. So actually up until I think the 8th of March, if you go into Pink and make any purchase, you can get a free, this thing free, which it just says Aloha Beaches. It's a sports bra. It's a bra top. I think they just call it a bra top. And they, excuse me, they have small, extra small through large. And it's free with any purchase. So I just got some underwear. So I got a matching pair of underwear. I like the boy shorts. They fit my ass. So, you know, there you go. So I got, you know, 5 for $27. And then I also picked up, they have a deal right now with the, oh, what do you call it? The $25 tank and bag deal. So for $25, you can get, it's either this bag, which says Eat, Sleep, Beach, Repeat. It's hot pink. And then you can get the matching tank top. It's a crop tank top. And again, it comes in different sizes. You can get the large, and it just says the same thing. You can get this one, or there's a mint colored one. I forget what it says. Tan Lines, Good Times, or something like that. Anyways, you can get those two for $25. So I did this with the underwear. And I just got, you know, the 5 for $27, 5 for $25 or whatever. So I rewarded myself with that. And then, oh yeah, I also got they're also doing the Secret Rewards card with any purchase. So FYI. If you don't know what that is, it's a card and it automatically contains $10 at least in store credit. But it can go up to 500. You know, whoever gets 500, good for you. I've never gotten the 500. I always just get 10s. And last but not least, I also got, you know, a couple weeks ago when I had lost, you know, like 30 pounds or something, I got this beautiful top. It just says, it's a muscle tank. It just says pink and sparkle. And then on the bottom half, it's just the palm tanks. I love mint on me. I think mint is a beautiful color on myself, not to pat myself on the back. I personally just love the color mint. I feel like it makes me look tan, so that's what I went for. So that's kind of what I've been doing. You know, it's very important to reward yourself for doing a good job, because you know you're doing a good job. You know, even if you don't weigh yourself, you don't need to weigh yourself. If you are following a healthy lifestyle, a healthy diet, getting yourself to the gym, getting your, you know, getting some strength training in, I've noticed that, you know, I don't jiggle as much, you know, awesome. You know, I've noticed the differences, and I don't feel like I need to always be stepping on the scale. Now, for some people, stepping on a scale every day, every morning is good for you, because you can watch and see if you fucked up the day before, excuse my language, and you notice that on the scale, it'll, boom, motivate you to go right back to what you were doing. That's up to you, whatever works for you personally. For me, you know, I just, you know, every couple days I'll step on the scale. I don't need to be doing it every day, because then it just is like I become obsessed with the number, and the number doesn't mean anything necessarily. You know, the doctors will tell you, you know, you need your number so you know your BMI or whatever. Bitch, I already know I'm morbidly obese. I don't need to be stepping on the scale every day. So I just get, you know, every time I go to the diet doctor, you know, I just get my vitamin shot. You know, they weigh you, and you know, that'll kind of just, you know, keep you on track. If you've noticed you've gone up a pound or two and you've started strength training, don't freak out, because remember, muscle weighs more than fat. So if you're strength training and you're doing a good job, you feel good, you feel like firmer, you feel good about yourself, and you step on that scale and you're just like shattered because, oh my God, how did I gain 3 pounds? This is bullshit, blah, 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 blah. I feel terrible now. This sucks. I'm going to stop doing this because I'm gaining weight. Girl, no, because just always remember, muscle weighs more than fat. So don't get discouraged, because the strength training, you need it. Strength training will burn calories. Strength training also helps keep burning calories even after your workout's done. Make sure you're getting a good amount of protein every day. I always keep, I forgot to bring a fiber bar or a protein bar on you. I'm not always, you know, at home. I gotta go do stuff. I gotta run errands, but I'm hungry. I don't want to drive through somewhere, God forbid. So, you know, I get my protein bar or my fiber bar, and that'll fill you up for, you know, an hour or two till you get home, till you can get, you know, through what you need to be doing. I also really like the Starbucks, the green tea lemonade. I do get it sweetened, but I only will do like 2 pumps of something. I won't necessarily, you know, get the full pumps. I've tried to really wean myself back because the calories are very low. Green tea is good for you. If you like green tea in the morning hot, good for you. That is excellent for you, your health, benefits in general. I never liked green tea, so that's just not my bag. So I usually get the iced version and it's fantastic. I love it. Drinking water, I've cut out soda completely. I forgot, I don't even drink diet soda. Diet soda is horrible for you. Diet soda has been proven to be horrible for your heart. It actually will make you get fatter because the sweetener they use in it makes you get fatter somehow, some way, I don't know. But the calories are 0, so it tricks your mind into thinking that, oh yeah, this doesn't even count. You know, this is 0 calories. I don't even need this. No. Diet soda, Diet Coke is horrible for you. I highly recommend getting off Diet Coke. You will notice if you just stop soda out of your diet, you will lose weight right away. You don't even need to change nothing else in your diet. You will lose weight. So try just drinking water every day. Keep yourself very hydrated. Really just drink. I don't even really like juices too much. Just make sure you're getting your vegetables and your fruits in, because you're getting a lot of fiber. I cannot recommend protein and fiber enough. Eat some chicken, eat a lot of chicken, and it'll help fill you up, because you don't want to be eating, you know, don't be eating those lean cuisines or those diet frozen foods. Those are horrible for you too. That's what I used to do before, you know, when I didn't really know any better when I originally lost weight, but it took me a lot longer to lose 40 pounds. It took me almost 8 months to lose 40 pounds before I got married versus losing 30 pounds in the past 3 months, because I haven't been eating those damn things. And my doctor was actually the one that told me that those are horrible for you, even though the calorie number is low. Everything else in it has a lot of salt, or it'll have a lot of sugar. And she was saying that there's stuff in there that even though when it's frozen or like right away, she says that once you eat it, whatever, I forget what ingredient she said, like once you eat it, that it actually transfers into fat. So even though the calorie, you know, the nutritional information on the box will say one thing, you know, because the ingredients later on will, you know, change, I guess she said, it'll actually transform into like fat. So those things actually are horrible for you. So anyways, I hope that was really helpful. I know this is a super long video, but I really hope I was able to help motivate some of you who might have been, you know, a little lost about what to do. You know, you lost a couple pounds for January, or you really wanted to lose weight for January, and you just haven't gotten there yet. You just haven't really found your inspiration yet. And you know, that happens. It happens a lot. It's very common. You just have to, you know, you've lost a little weight and then you plateaued, you haven't lost anything else. You know, you just really need to kind of tweak yourself a little bit, tweak your diet a little bit, see what, you know, try taking out, you know, something from your diet that you might have been enjoying before, or try just getting a little extra steps in here and there. Like I said, soda, if you're drinking soda and you've plateaued, try and take the soda out and you might notice a big difference. Again, try not to go to the extreme, because once you start, you know, hitting only 900, 800 calories a day, your body thinks it's starving. No matter how big you are, your body is like, oh crap, she's not eating. I don't know when I'm going to eat again. I'm going to hold on to this fat and I'm just not going to let it go. So that also can be a reason you're plateauing. If you've lost a lot of weight, you know, you lost some weight and, you know, you were doing it by just not eating. That's not going to work, because that really was counterintuitive, and it will make your body's metabolism slow completely down. So you need to be eating, you know, every couple hours. Just try and have, you know, your breakfast. Get you a yogurt later on, a couple hours later. Get a lunch. Try and eat a lighter dinner and have like a little snack after dinner. You know, stop eating I try not to eat 12 hours a day. So if you know, have your dinner at like 7, sometimes we have dinner late at my house, so I have dinner, you know, like at 8, you know, great. But I won't go to bed till like 11 or 12. That's just my schedule. So from after like 8, I will try not to eat anything else until maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. And by then your body's pretty hungry. So I try not to eat for the 12 hours because I don't like eating too close to when I actually go to lie down. So that's just my personal preference. Anyways, so thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helps you, you know, start achieving your goals, and I really hope that this was helpful to you in any way. And like I said, check out the MyFitnessPal app or the Skinny Mom app, and you know, I'm sure there's a bunch of other apps. I just haven't checked them out of you know, how to lose weight. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.